Little Debbie lap leaders. Talk about how successful Stewart has been. Car on the wall.
Nemechek.
And Mike Bliss. And the caution is out once again.
Oh,
wow.
Robby Gordon.
With a hard hit. Michael Waltrip we're hearing involved.
And this was on the caution flag, wasn't it?
See, Robby's got the net down, an indication that he's okay.
Now that car isn't okay.
Well, I'm guessing he's not the happiest guy at New Hampshire either.
Goes Mike Bliss. All right, there's Bliss on the inside, Nemechek on the outside. Bliss slides up the racetrack, and I think he just may have got into Nemechek just a little bit.
Now down the backstretch.
It's like Michael turned the 7 car into the outside wall.
Robby's going to try and drive this back or drive it into someone.
On board with Joe Nemechek.
Yeah, Nemechek just got tapped, Benny, I think, just slightly by Mike Bliss.
On the back of the 15.
Front of the 7, but we'll see how that works. You all right back there? Yeah, I'm fine.
Robby got it to the middle of the track. That's convenient. Now the helmet's off.
He may be looking for somebody.
You think? Matt?
Bill, I believe the car he's looking for is the Napa Chevrolet. Now, he said on the radio a number of comments as Michael just went by about the 15. Then he said, NASCAR, I hope you're listening. I will pay Michael Waltrip back.
I think he's going to try to pay him back with his helmet.
I don't know. Robby really loves his helmets.
Yeah.
Those paint jobs are quite expensive, too, Wally.
They are, Matt. You're right. That's why you have second thoughts. Okay, here we go.
Car with the helmet off. Record just got there now.
Let's see the accuracy.
And it's a shot.
Oh!
Well,
I guess you don't like the helmets that
He put his
bad.
helmet at my car. I told you that. What's going on? Well, that's just rude. It was his fault.
Robby used those same words in this race 1 year ago.
And, you know, I think that there's a difference of opinion there. Michael said it was Robby's fault, and I'm sure that Robby
doesn't see it that way.
doesn't see it that way. That's right.
Okay.
Here's today's helmet tossing event.
Wow, that was pretty gutsy. It's like a bullfighter.
Tony about to run over the helmet.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Boy, that trailer is going to be busy after the race today.
Yep. Be some meetings, some discussions.
Well, you know,
He's saying that you turned right into his quarter panel, and that's why he's upset. Just look at the tape. I didn't do anything such. I had to finally stand my ground, Joey. You know, I went up, and I got tired of it. So I just stood my ground. He turned himself around. Yeah, it's simple.
Michael Waltrip and his crew.
Talking to Joey Meyer, the spotter.
this should be an interesting shot we have here. There's Michael, and we'll wait for the helmet throw. He ducked.
And guess what, Wally?
Is there an invitation out to Robby Gordon by NASCAR?
To come visit after the race.
Take a number.
Do not bring the helmet.
You know, all these guys are under, so, you know, we joke about it, but these guys are under so much pressure, and they're all racing each other so hard. And when you feel like that you've been taken advantage of, you know, you don't take it lightly.
No, it's just, it's brutal, the emotions that these drivers are going through when you feel like someone has wronged you. It's just brutal, the emotion.
And don't make any mistake about it. These guys that are not in the chase are racing just as hard for the win and for their jobs and for their sponsors and their guys.
Exactly. I mean, they've got a lot to prove, and you know, they feel like they've been taken out or something like that. You hope that NASCAR makes the right decision, but you can't sometimes control your emotions right at that moment.
And it has been an extraordinarily frustrating season for Robby, who has not run well, has missed races, has not had the year he was hoping for since forming his own team. Alan, what do you got?
Imagine a driver who's got a really, really good car today, riding around, watching all this happen around him. That would be Tony Stewart. He just called in on the radio and said, you know, I've been involved in all these different kinds of things over the years. It's kind of nice to watch somebody else have these problems today. And then he laughed.
That's the new Tony Stewart, isn't it, Alan?
Hey, I'll tell you, he's having fun today. That was just after a discussion where they talked about their track position and the cars in front of him. And he said, no problem, we'll get him.
Mike Bliss has another issue.
Yeah, where was he all this time? He's over coming out of turn 2 right now.
I guess that they sent the record to the car that was damaged the most, and he finally got tired of sitting there, I guess. It says he's on the lead lap.
He still scored on the lead lap. Alan?
Hey guys, Bliss has been on pit road a couple of times for repairs, so something's happened after he left pit road and went back onto the racetrack. I'm trying to find out. Be right there.
What happened is
he broke a rear brake rotor. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Broke a rear brake rotor when he went back on the track and wrecked.
Well, he's got a left front tire down as well. There's
debris. That would be your basic brake rotor.
And that is on the straightaway right there.
It's probably pretty warm, too.
Yeah, you don't want to run over that right now with those nice soft Goodyears, because if you do, it can be a minor explosion.
We were talking about Tony Stewart. He's gone from 13th to 7th in just 8 laps of green flag racing.
And all the spotters are telling their drivers right now to stay to your right because there's a rotor to your left.
There's Kurt Busch, involved in a wreck on lap 3, has worked his way all the way up to 39th, Dave.
And if you've noticed, Bill, all those restarts, he's been starting at the back of the field. He hasn't been on the inside trying to make up lap after lap. He's still 66 laps behind. That's where he restarted when he came back to the track. But listen to this. The last 10 ovals we've run, guys, there have been an average of 4.2 guys that have fallen out of the race and been 66 laps or more down at the end of the race. And that's approximately 12 points where things shake out when this is all over. So what are they racing for? Basically somewhere around 12 points if they can make up that average of 4 positions, which I believe he's already done. Came back in 40-30s running 39th. And remember, the chase was won last year by a mere 8 points. So the 97 team doing what they need to do to gain a few valuable points for this car.
Dave, he was 43rd, and he could end up being 34th, and that's a difference between 34 points and basically 61 points. So we could pick up almost 30 points thanks to Jimmy Fennig and the crew's hard work. Let's check it with Matt.
Robby obviously very frustrated with Michael Waltrip.
You know, Michael, everybody thinks Michael's this good guy. He's not the good guy like he actually is. The caution was out, and he wrecked me, and he's a piece of shit.
And we apologize for that language.
He may have to spend the night in the NASCAR trailer.
The cars are being brought down pit road and stopped so the track can be cleared of any debris. They're going to blow the track with the jet dryers. And just listening to some NASCAR traffic on the radio, and NASCAR has warned all the teams and their drivers to settle down, that they will not only park them for this race but for future races.
And they should.
If there's any more poor behavior.
And this is a good move here, blowing this racetrack, because there's a lot of garbage and debris right outside the line right now. So this is good. I'm glad NASCAR is doing this.
197 laps of 300 are complete. The field being parked on pit road. Ryan Newman is scored as the race leader, Matt Kenseth second, Jimmy Johnson third, Dale Jarrett fourth, and Sterling Marlin fifth. NASCAR cleaning the track after several cars were involved in 2 separate incidents on the same lap. Here are Little Debbie lap leaders. Tony Stewart has led 143 laps today. He led 232 of the 300 laps here in July. So Tony Stewart obviously having some success this season at New Hampshire. Kurt Busch won both races here last year. Jimmy Johnson won them both the year before. Tony trying to sweep them this season.
Maybe should we try to talk to Michael and see what he says?
Let's try it.
Let's just try. Michael Walter, Benny Parsons, you got me? Let's try one more.
Are you transmitting on the wrong frequency,
Could
BP?
be. Let's try that one. Michael Walter, Benny Parsons, you got me? I guess not.
Okay. All right, they continue to clean the track here. The driver is parked on pit road under the red flag at New Hampshire.
For 20 years, and as
Red flag at New Hampshire while NASCAR cleans the track after the caution came out for several cars being involved in two separate incidents on the same lap. Michael Waltrip was involved in one of those with Robby Gordon. We have heard Robby's side of the story. Benny's going to try and reach Michael again on his radio.
Hey, Michael, BP, you got me?
Yes, sir, BP. How's everything up in the old TNT booth, or whatever it is?
You're right, Michael. It is TNT, and it's doing well up here, but it's craziness on the racetrack. Your version, what happened off turn 2?
Well, Robby just drove down in the corner like I wasn't even there and shoved me all the way up to the edge of the groove, and I kept giving and giving, and as we exited turn, short of me just driving the Domino's Pizza, Napa Auto Parts, Best Western Chevy into the wall, I had to finally stand my ground, Benny, and when I did, it hooked him and wrecked him. But he drives like he's in the desert or something.
Put you down in the desert there on the infield. And when he threw the helmet at you, we noticed on the onboard camera you ducked.
Well, I ain't no fool. I didn't know where. I never had that happen to me before. So I decided I would just mash the gas and duck and hope for the best. But, you know, I respect these cats I race against. And he just acted like I wasn't even there. And I just stood my ground, Benny.
All right, Michael, just want to let you know, in his interview, he said that it was your fault.
Well, it's half my fault. I agreed to come out here and race with him.
All right, Mikey, thanks, buddy.
They have refired the engines, and they will put the cars back out on the track.